Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Everything's Broken. I'm your host for today's episode and every episode previous and going forward. Anyways, we're out there at Brandon's today. He's out there helping a young fellow with his Honda Civic. Always helping young fellas with Honda Civics. Let's be real. Anyways, he's building this deck here for that truck over there. So he just built this headstone to go on the back. Tail lights and everything. Anyways, I'm going to get grinding on this thing and see if I can't clean up some of this rust and get it ready for paint. So I came out here this morning unannounced and I thought I was going to be alone, but now Brandon's out here because he's got some ambition to do some stuff too, he says. He figures he might be working through a coal. I hope he don't give it to me because I got too much work to do this week. And we got Canada Day coming up. July 1st. Got a parade to get into and go to and be a part of, participate. So anyway, I'm going to sit you up here and we're going to get going on this grinding. And I'm sure I'm not going to keep the camera going all while I'm grinding, but we'll get some work done. Stick around. Alright, here we are. We got some grinding done. I'm very particular, so Brandon's like, oh, that's fine. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. So anyway, grinding away here with the flat disc, and then I turned over to the brush because it's doing a better job. As you can see, look at that, looks brand new. He's going to be cutting this piece out from here over. Yeah, now I'm starting on this headache rack. Get that cleaned up from front and back. But yeah, it's been taking some time. We just took a break here and just had a little chat and yarn and shooting a shizzle. Pitted. She looks like that old steel from the Iron Age. It's all hammered to death. Anyway, we're getting there. Not in no rush, just taking our time. It's Sunday. Just chilling like a villain. Out in the old Dunlap's Towing and Recovery mega shop. I designed this place, drew up the plans for it, and gave it to him for his birthday. That's the kind of guy I am. That's the kind of friend I am. Anyway, so this deck is going to be going on that truck. You got a sweet deal on that truck. Him and his dad painted it since he's gotten it. But they're all cleaned up in the frame and stuff. Parts everywhere. He's got to do... He just changed the fuel filter, so he's got to put the inner fender back on and then put the wheel back on. Get it out by the door. So that we got some room in here to do some work. There is a few like little fish eyes and stuff in it. Can you see that? Right there. Right there. But he don't care because he's going to decal this truck. And I told him, I said, make your decal nice and big. We want people to see it. Right now he's got a decal on his wrecker truck. It's kind of small and I don't like it. Like, I'll just show you. So my decal is the full 2 doors. Hello, Lila. Hi. So I got the full 2 doors done, and that's what I'm thinking that he should have done. He just got the window, and yes, it's nice and big, but should have the whole 2 doors done. Anyway, that was Brandon's daughter, Lila, and I won't put her on camera because she's just a young girl and nobody needs to see her. Some things are private. So anyways, me not so much. I'm not private. You can look at me all day long. Anyways, talk to you in a bit. Nice day for a ride on the Harleys. Nice day, nice day. So, before F-Tour. Not finished yet, of course. So I'll come back in with this brush grinder and do all those pits. So that way when you paint it, rust don't come back as quick. You know rust is going to come back. It's a work truck. But yeah, I'm using the flat disc. Getting all the paint off. And I'm trying not to take the original paint off because that's still sticking good and it's covering up and it's not rusting. So I worked on a tugboat for years. My cousin, who also worked on ships, said don't ever take the bottom layer of paint off. If it's covering steel, don't take it off. If it's covering rust, take it off and get it down to the steel and then paint it. And we always epoxy painted, of course, and that stuff was not cheap. I don't know if Brandon's going to use epoxy paint on this or not, or if he's just going to go automotive paint. Could be spray cans, I don't know, rattle cans, who knows. But we'll get her looking as best we can for her. And by we, I mean me and whoever else helps them. Anyway, I'm going to put you on a time lapse probably or something. Then again, that won't be no good because you'll be back. It'll be back on to you, so that's no good. So anyways, here we are. I'm going to keep going. Little Sunday, sunny day shower for you. My boys, she's looking better all the time. Of course, again, that's what she looked like, which I showed you just like 5-10 minutes ago. And this is how she's turning out. Leaving the original epoxy paint or whatever kind of paint they use. We're just trying to get all the rust out of those pits, eh? Like, see, right there, there's a little piece right in there. And that's the kind of stuff that'll bleed out through. So I just got this little square left to do. Because apparently he's changing this end, and that's why I left that in, because there's some holes in it. And he wants to change that out. I don't know what we're going to do about the inside of that. Yikes. Be nice if we can cut all that out and put in a brand new piece and then paint it up real good. But who could afford that? Nobody could afford that stuff, say bye. Nobody could afford that stuff. No. Not on the budget he's got. I don't know what that is. I'm sure you got a budget. You don't want to spend an arm and leg into it, eh? Spinning my arm. My arm is spent. Holy. Dust on the camera. Might be little dust on the camera. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to continue on here for another little bit. I don't know what time it is. 10 to 2 my time. So I'll give it another hour or so anyway. Anyway, we'll check back in with you. She-wop. Sorry, that's what they do on Sleeper Dude. Alright, here we are, end of the day. So all I got done was that headboard, part of the rack up there, not a lot. It takes time. Anyway, I got all that cleaned off. Right across there. This one's done. Oopsie. The back side of that one's done, that one's done, that one's done. And that one's done. And Brandon come out and configured, extend this here. So that's for his gooseneck trailer. That's the hitch. Ball goes in there, and that's the release rod for the ball. Got that figured out and straightened out. He's just got to weld a plate in here now to put some D-rings so that you can put down a safety or tie down the safety chains and stuff. So, oh, what have I got done? Woo. Where are you? Hello. There you are. Hi. What's going on? Anyway, so we're done for today. He was also talking about putting a new pump on his truck, but he's got to reconfigure it in order to make it work. So he's sick. I'm tired. My back is hurting. Not my back. The muscles in my shoulders are hurting. And I got a full day's work tomorrow, so we out for today. It's I don't know what time I come out here, 9:30, 9:45 or something like that. And it's 4:15, so around banker's hours Sunday. I'm gonna go home and get ready for a full day of inspections tomorrow. I got 3 house inspections. I'm not sure how many septic inspections that I got, but I'm busy. I'm busy and I love it. I love it, I love it. So, anyways, that's that. Peace out, folks. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.